Have you ever met an older neighbor or relative who seems to glide through mornings with calm energy, their space tidy, their mood upbeat, and their day unfolding without the frantic rush many of us experience? You might catch them sweeping the porch at dawn, or hear that they've already eaten a light, balanced breakfast by the time you're pouring your coffee. Then you discover they've also checked their blood pressure, taken a quick walk, and tidied the kitchen, all before the rest of the household wakes. It's easy to dismiss this as a personality quirk or the result of so much free time, but many seniors point to a set of deliberate morning habits that keep their lives in order, their minds at ease, and their spaces clean. These individuals often say they only developed these routines after realizing how chaotic mornings could drain their energy for the rest of the day. If you're past 65, or even well into your 70s or beyond, and finding your mornings off kilter, you might be surprised how a handful of seemingly small practices can transform each dawn into a gentle yet productive launch for the hours ahead. Below, you'll discover why these 6 morning habits are cherished by tidy, energetic older adults, and how adopting them might keep your later years more serene, healthful, and satisfying. Some older folks recall a time when they'd rise late, skip breakfast, and let the house remain in slight disarray. As the day wore on, the clutter in their living room or piles of unwashed dishes seemed to loom larger, sapping any motivation to exercise or plan healthy meals. But the first habit that sets the tone, one every tidy senior seems to swear by, is taking a few minutes right after waking to tidy up the bedroom and open a window. They don't do a deep clean, they straighten the covers, maybe fold the pajamas, let in a bit of fresh air, and check if anything's out of place. This small act signals that the day has begun and that the environment matters. Even if you live alone, you'll appreciate how a neat, airy bedroom lifts your mood when you pass by later. Stale air from the night dissipates, replaced by a subtle freshness that perks you up more than you'd expect. Older adults who do this daily find that it encourages them to keep the rest of the house under control, preventing clutter from snowballing. Over time, they barely think about it. It becomes an automatic motion after climbing out of bed. Yet if you skip this practice, your bedroom might remain stuffy, sheets tangled, and items scattered, leaving you feeling behind before you've even had breakfast. The difference can shape your entire day. So if you adopt just one habit from the start, let it be this. Upon rising, give your bedroom that mini rerun. It's a gentle, physical way of telling yourself you care about your surroundings and your well-being. Alongside freshening up your immediate space, the second habit that tidy seniors hold dear is a short round of gentle body movement or stretching to ease out stiffness accumulated overnight. After 65, your joints can feel tight in the morning, your spine might be a tad compressed from sleeping, and circulation could be sluggish. Ignoring these signs can let minor aches intensify, overshadowing the rest of your schedule. But older adults who remain spry typically begin their mornings with a slow, deliberate set of stretches, sometimes while still sitting on the bed or standing near a wall for support. They'll roll their shoulders, arch their back gently, maybe rotate their hips or do a slow calf stretch. If they have the balance for it, they might even manage a short yoga-inspired flow, raising arms overhead, bending forward carefully, and coming back up with an inhale. This small investment of 3 or 5 minutes warms muscles, loosens joints, and prevents that creakiness from setting a negative tone. Some seniors pair these stretches with a few mindful breaths, letting them awaken not just their muscles, but also their mental clarity. The effect can be tremendous in terms of posture, reduced risk of a misstep, and a sense that you're ready to move through your day without that stooped or hobbling gait. Over the weeks, many who commit to this easy morning sequence notice fewer random twinges, a bit more confidence on stairs, and even improved energy for light chores. Essentially, you're telling your body, I'm giving you a head start, rather than rushing from bed to the kitchen with half-asleep limbs. If you currently roll out of bed and shuffle straight into slippers, try adding a short stretch routine. You might be surprised how quickly it becomes something you rely on for comfort and mobility. After addressing that mild housekeeping and body warm-up, the third morning habit older adults emphasize is a straightforward hydration and breakfast practice. An intentional approach to fueling your body for the hours ahead. They typically start by sipping a glass of water, perhaps with a slice of lemon, before or alongside the first meal. Overnight, you lose moisture through breathing and minor perspiration, so your body is often dehydrated upon waking. Replenishing fluids right away can clear morning brain fog, lubricate stiff joints further, and kickstart digestion. Many older adults report that just 8 to 12 ounces of water can reduce midday fatigue or headaches they once blamed on old age. Then comes breakfast, which might be small yet balanced. Oatmeal with fruit, a slice of whole grain toast with nut butter, a scrambled egg, or a simple yogurt with honey. The point is to supply protein, fiber, and a bit of healthy fat to steady blood sugar, prevent later overeating, and provide mental clarity. Often, older folks who skip breakfast find themselves fatigued or craving sugary snacks by mid-morning. But the tidy seniors who remain energetic well into their 70s or 80s say they do better with at least a light meal. Some might add a small handful of nuts or seeds for extra protein, or swirl in some flax seeds for omega-3. And if appetite is minimal, they adjust portion sizes accordingly, maybe half a bowl of porridge or a single slice of toast with cheese. Over time, consistent morning nourishment keeps them stable. This prevents the blood sugar crashes that can lead to irritability, poor decision-making, or that slump that kills productivity. If you haven't been a breakfast person, consider trying a small, nutritious portion daily for a week to see how your body responds. The synergy of gentle stretching plus a hydrating, nourishing breakfast might improve mood and keep the day from spiraling into random snacking on less healthy item. Now, you'd think that after some morning stretches, a quick tidy, and breakfast, these older adults would rush off to errands. Yet the fourth habit they swear by is setting an intention or plan for the day, writing a brief to-do list or mental outline, while avoiding an avalanche of negativity that can derail their focus. Many mention that they used to flip on the news or scroll through alarming headlines, which soured their mindset before they'd even changed out of pajamas. Instead, tidy, upbeat seniors might allocate a calm 10 minutes post-breakfast to sit with a cup of tea or coffee, glance at a planner, and jot down essential tasks. Maybe folding laundry, calling a grandchild, cooking a particular meal, or scheduling a doctor's appointment. Or they might take the time to reflect on a simple gratitude or read a paragraph from an inspiring text. That moment of calm concentration can clarify priorities, letting them see that, for instance, they need to tackle the garden before the afternoon sun gets too hot, or they should call the pharmacy early to avoid missing medication pickups. By contrast, if you skip this step, your day can unfold haphazardly. A sense of not knowing what to do next can creep in, leading to hours wasted or a feeling of aimless drifting. Older adults who keep their surroundings neat and their spirits calm often say this daily planning shapes each day as a mini project, giving them direction. It can also cut stress because seeing your tasks laid out and crossing them off as you go frees you from the anxiety of possibly forgetting something. For many, that brief reflection also wards off the negativity of sensational news cycles. They might check headlines later in the day if they wish, but never let it overshadow those first precious hours. Over weeks, this approach fosters mental clarity and an optimistic approach to life. You're not bombarded by chaos or grim tidings. You're forging a purposeful path, step by step. A fifth routine that tidy seniors swear by is cleaning up the kitchen immediately after breakfast, ensuring plates, cups, and cookware don't pile up for later. Think of how often the breakfast dishes linger in the sink until lunch, or maybe even longer if you've lost track of time. By mid-afternoon, the clutter can feel overwhelming. Meanwhile, older folks who handle that mini task right away find that their entire day flows more smoothly. They rinse or wash the plates, wipe down the counters, and set the area in order, often in under 5 minutes. This might sound like a trivial detail, but a clean kitchen fosters a sense that the home is under control. It also prevents attracting pests or dealing with dried, stubborn food stains later. Psychologically, clearing the breakfast mess sets a tone of accomplishment and tidiness, which can spill over into other corners of the house. Some older adults even find they're more inclined to cook a healthy lunch or dinner if the kitchen is already neat, whereas a messy sink discourages them from cooking altogether, tempting them to snack on processed items. Over time, a tidy kitchen can indirectly boost your nutrition and mental well-being. Plus, if you ever have a neighbor stop by for a chat, you won't feel embarrassed about stacked dishes and a sticky countertop. The routine is so swift that many older folks combine it with a quick glance at their daily plan or a phone call to a friend, Before they know it, the kitchen stands ready for the next meal. That sense of small victory can build self-esteem, reminding you that even in older age you maintain control over your environment. If you loathe dishwashing, consider listening to a short music track or a podcast snippet, turning it into a pleasant ritual. Little habits like this, repeated day in and day out, accumulate into a home and life that runs more smoothly than you might have thought possible. Finally, there's the sixth habit that every tidy older adult cites as crucial: a mini movement break or walk soon after finishing the morning tasks. Some pick up their mail at a community mailbox, do a lap around the block, or perform a series of easy indoor exercises if it's bad weather. The point is to avoid sitting down for too long once the initial chores are done. If you slump into a chair with the TV remote, you might spend the next few hours immobile, letting your joints stiffen and your energy deflate. But a short walk, 5, 10, or 15 minutes, keeps blood flowing, helps with digestion, and lifts your mood. Some older adults say they combine it with an errand like picking up fresh fruit from a local shop or dropping a letter at the post office. Others walk with a neighbor, killing two birds with one stone: physical activity plus social connection. The key is consistency. Doing it daily cements a pattern where your body expects movement, so you're less prone to the dreaded afternoon slump. You might find that even a few minutes of fresh air can unlock creativity or prompt you to handle the rest of the day's tasks more enthusiastically. Over weeks, you can build that walk up from a slow amble to a modestly paced stroll that further benefits your muscles, bones, and cardiovascular system. Many older folks reflect that if they skip their morning walk, they feel somewhat off all day, as if the mental clarity and physical looseness are missing. That's how integral this step can become to your routine. By weaving in that final piece of your morning puzzle, you ensure your day unfolds with a sense of momentum, rather than letting hours slip away unproductively. Put all these habits together, starting with a brief tidy of the bedroom, a gentle stretch routine, a hydrating breakfast, a calm plan for the day, a quick kitchen cleanup, and a short morning walk, and you get a blueprint for a streamlined, life-affirming start. Older adults who follow this playbook repeatedly say it shapes their entire outlook. They walk into the afternoon with a house that feels under control, a body that's already warmed up, a mind that's set on a few purposeful goals, and a spirit buoyed by fresh air or mild exercise. If a friend calls spontaneously, they're ready to chat or host, not frazzled by undone dishes or an unkempt living space. If a sudden errand arises, they have the confidence to handle it without first needing to muster the energy they lost by sitting in pajamas half the day. In short, these daily touches preserve independence and cultivate a sense of competence. While it might seem like a lot to incorporate at once, each habit is small in its own right. The magic lies in linking them into a dependable flow. Over weeks, that consistent routine fosters a calm sense that your life is in order, especially if you live alone or have cut back on external obligation. To be clear, no one claims these habits magically erase health conditions or guarantee an effortless existence. You might still face arthritis pain, caregiver responsibilities, or financial stress. But each practice helps mitigate those challenges by ensuring you have some physical readiness, mental focus, and a clutter-free environment that doesn't add to your stress load. Even your loved ones might notice you're calmer, more engaged in conversation, or simply doing better because your mornings set a stable foundation. If you're new to these ideas, start with what feels easiest. Maybe just begin with tidying your bed and cracking a window. Next week, integrate the mini stretch routine. Gradually fold in the other steps, such as quick dishwashing or a short post-breakfast walk, until they feel natural. The synergy is powerful once all pieces click. You could find that your day feels longer in a good way, giving you ample time to enjoy hobbies, phone calls, or restful breaks without that underlying anxiety that you've neglected something. It's also worth noting the effect on sleep quality when you keep your mornings structured. Many older adults find that a bit of mild exercise soon after waking helps them fall asleep more easily at night, presumably because their body rhythms stabilize. Having your space tidy also contributes to a sense of peace that can lower evening stress. Over time, better sleep can circle back and make your mornings even smoother, reducing grogginess or irritability, which are common in older age if rest is fragmented. That cyclical benefit underscores why seniors who keep these morning routines might seem more on top of life than those who meander from sunrise to noon. Some older folks reflect that before adopting these habits, they felt the day's burdens weighed on them from the get-go. They'd open their eyes to a messy bedroom, skip breakfast, see dishes piled in the sink, and postpone any movement until they felt a bit better, which sometimes never happened. The result was a scattered, low-energy day, ending with a sense of unaccomplishment. Contrast that with an older adult who invests maybe 30 to 45 minutes in total across these 6 steps. A tidy bedroom, quick stretching, a healthy bite to eat, a brief plan, tidied kitchen, and a short walk. Suddenly, by mid-morning, they're already feeling accomplished and can approach the rest of their tasks with a lighter spirit. That psychological difference can be a game changer for mental health, especially in later life, when the line between contentment and despair can hinge on small daily victories. It helps if you adapt each routine to your physical limits. If you have significant joint pain, you might do seated stretches or rely on a cane for your walk. If your appetite is minimal, aim for a nutrient-dense smoothie. If you have trouble with your back, you might not do a deep bed-making session. Just smoothing the covers gently is enough. The important thing is consistency and the mindset that each action is an investment in your day's quality. Some older individuals find that pairing these tasks with something enjoyable, like listening to a calming radio station while you tidy or hum a favorite tune while you stretch, gives them a comforting ritual. Over weeks and months, you can refine your approach. Maybe expanding the walk if you get stronger, or adding an extra yoga pose once your balance improves. The process becomes part of your identity as a tidy, proactive senior, rather than an unstructured approach that fosters chaos. In the end, these 6 morning habits, bedroom tidying, gentle stretching, a hydrating breakfast, daily planning, quick dish cleanup, and a brief walk, are not revolutionary in isolation. But in combination, they lay down a foundation of neatness, physical readiness, mental clarity, and calm that resonates throughout the day. That's why so many older adults who keep spotless homes and active lifestyles swear by them. They've seen how missing any step can invite confusion or disarray later. Whether you adopt them all at once or ease in, you might discover that your golden years can be more vibrant and less anxious than you assumed. You could reclaim a sense of mastery, proving you don't need to let older age define you as frazzled or lethargic. Each sunrise becomes an opportunity to reaffirm your self-care, clear your living space, warm up your body, and map out a purposeful day. That's the real beauty of these habits. They transform the morning from a groggy obligation into a platform for well-being, no matter your age. And once you see the difference they make, they'll likely become as essential to you as they are to the tidy elderly individuals who credit them for keeping life smooth and uplifting day after day.